All right, so I'm going to start a brand new video, kind of how to start from scratch, just very quickly, very simply, some options for creating a new part. So I'm going to go up to the top here and start a brand new drawing. Of course, when you guys do this, you're going to probably have something like this where you have the choice to create a part, an assembly, or a drawing. And of course, we want to model a part. So I'm going to click OK. And that brings us to an empty work screen. And on the left-hand side here in the feature management tree, we have the options for starting on different planes. So the easiest way to start a sketch is to left-click on a particular plane that you want to start on. So let's say I wanted to start on the left plane. I left-click. I can start a sketch by hitting Sketch in this little heads-up display, or I can go to the Sketch tab and hit Sketch button up here. So left-click there. And the very first one, it's going to turn your plane and normal to, so that you're looking at your screen head on, or looking at that plane head on. Next thing you want to do is you want to start sketching your geometry. So easiest thing for me to do right now is to take this line tool, left click on the line tool, and start from the origin. Okay, so as I highlight the origin, I see the point light up. I'm going to left click, drag my mouse out, and I'm going to look for the little clues like the little yellow box that says it's horizontal right now. So I'm just going to draw a quick box. And I see all these tracking lines, making it pretty easy for me to sketch my drawing. So once I create my sketch, once I close it, it becomes shaded, or a shaded entity. All right, that means that I've kind of finished drawing something, but I still have the pencil icon at my cursor. So now I just have to smart dimension this. All right, so I go to the smart dimension tool, and I click on the line. And of course, I'm in millimeters right now. That's okay. I can change that later. But let's say I'm at 100 millimeters. And then I select up here and make this 150 millimeters. With those two dimensions and my corner of my box being coincident with the origin, I have a fully defined sketch. Okay, meaning all these lines are black, meaning everything is fixed in place. Now I have to get out of the sketch. Two ways to get out of the sketch. One is to hit Exit Sketch in the upper left-hand corner. The other is to select the Exit Sketch in the workspace. Okay, either one works. And now I notice that my sketch is highlighted in blue. I can see my sketch highlighted blue here in the feature management tree. And now I need to apply a feature. So with this highlighted, okay, I'll show you what it looks like when it's not highlighted. I left click an empty space and it's not highlighted anymore. Single left click will highlight your sketch. I go to my features and I say, yes, I would like to extrude boss base. With that sketch being highlighted, it now recognizes my sketch. I can use the little arrow to drag to a specific distance, or I can use the property menu on the left-hand side. So let's say I change it to 100 millimeters. I change it to 100 millimeters. Once I've achieved the feature that I want, again, I have to exit the feature mode. With feature mode, you have a green check instead of that blue arrow. So I'm going to confirm my action. And I've created my feature out of a basic sketch. One last thing to note is that if I do want to make changes, I have to make sure I understand where the changes need to happen. Is it a change in the sketch, or is it a change in the feature? Okay, if it's a change in the feature, right now I have Boss Extrude 1, and it absolved Sketch 1. Okay, so basically Sketch 1 lives inside of Boss Extrude 1. So if I wanted to make a change to the dimensions of my box or the original sketch, I have to edit that sketch. So the easiest way to do that is to left click on the icon for Sketch 1, and my little heads up display pops up, and the very first icon is Edit Sketch. When I click on that, it takes me back to my original sketch. From this point, I can make whatever changes necessary. For instance, double left clicking, I change this to 200 millimeters. Double left clicking on the element I want to change, move it to 100 millimeters. Now, because everything is fully defined and the feature that I have applied, which is that extrusion, it's going to read all of these changes automatically. Now I need to get out of these changes so that they can be applied. So I get out of Sketch by clicking here or here, and my feature basically updates itself. If I wanted to change the feature, meaning the depth of this part, well, then I have to go into the actual feature. So I left click on feature, and I have my heads up display. The very first one is edit feature. By the way, the second one is edit sketch. In case I'm in the wrong area, I can always change to edit sketch if I need to edit the sketch. But I need to edit the feature to change the depth. So I click on edit feature, and it takes me back to my depth. So maybe I want to change from 100 millimeters to 300 millimeters, and then I confirm my action by clicking the green check in the workspace. That confirms it, and that basically is how you create a simple sketch and apply a simple feature.